Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at the spring line of 2018 Merlin riding jeans available at RevZilla.com. So what we're going to break down in this video are the two new pairs of jeans that we're going to see from Merlin for the spring of 2018. The first one that we're going to see right now is going to be the Blake, and then we're also going to take a look at the Brooklyn. The main difference between the two is the Blake is going to give you stretch, a little bit of a slimmer cut, and then the Brooklyn is going to be a waterproof jean with an actual removable waterproof liner on the inside. So to kick things off, Joe is going to be our model for this video. Joe stands at 5'11". He weighs in at 170 pounds, and he typically is wearing his jeans in a size 32, 32, and there's no surprises here. We're going to start things off with the Blake stretch jean. Joe is wearing a 32, 32. Now sizes will range from a 30 up to a 40 for the waist, with inseams between a 30 or a 32-inch option. Now my nitpick here is that I stand at 6'3". I have a 34-inch inseam. I would love to see a longer inseam option for taller riders. As far as the cut is concerned, it is a bit of a slimmer cut, but the stretch on this allows you a great range of motion. It's 98% cotton with 2% spandex, and the jean really works to move around with you on the motorcycle. And then over top of your boot, there is a slight boot cut to the bottom of this option. Now, there is going to be Kevlar for your reinforcement. Kevlar is going to be in the seat, the side coming down around your hips, and then across the knee. And if you're looking at this, it gives you just a classic 5-pocket look, but you are getting impact armor in the hips as well as the knees, and that's a CE rated 1 option. Now, when we're considering the hip or the knee option for the armor on this, the inside pockets, just keep in mind, the Velcro is going to be dual layer. So you're going to have a Velcro to get the actual armor in, and then the pocket on the inside, you can move up and down to fine tune where you want that knee armor to sit. The one closure for the Velcro, the male Velcro line is facing out, so just make sure you completely close that correctly, otherwise it can cause a little bit of irritation against your leg. And remember, when you're figuring out where you want the armor to sit, in the standing position, the armor should just be right at or slightly below your knee, and then when you hop on the motorcycle and you're sitting in the riding position, the armor should be perfectly in place. So just keep that in mind if you've never sized out where the armor should fit for you before in a pair of riding jeans. Joe, go ahead and face sideways for me and just kick that left leg back. Now the one thing you'll note, you are going to have hip armor in the side, but really the reason that I want to go sideways is just to get a profile of that. Real slim cut, but you can see as it comes down to the jean, you are going to have that slight boot cut to the bottom of this to make sure it fits over your riding boots. And now one of the things you'll note, the little Route 1 tag up here. Joe, go ahead and face backwards for me. That Route 1 tag is a Merlin riding jean. That's their in-house name for their riding jeans. So keep that in mind. If you order a pair of Merlin riding jeans and it comes and you're like, oh man, you know, Gear Geeks, I got the wrong pair. This isn't what I ordered. That is correct. So it should say Route 1 on the jeans that you're getting. And then you are going to have an 8-inch connection zipper there. And if you have seen any of the Merlin riding shirts, the casual wear, you'll notice that that connection zipper will match up perfectly with any of their jackets or their shirts, so you can keep it closed. Even in the event of a crash, you don't have to worry about the pants and the jacket becoming separate. It's just a bit of an extra bit of security for you. Straight lines working down the back. Joe, you can go ahead and face forward, and this is going to give you the conclusion for the Blake stretch jeans. One color is available, and that is the dark, it's almost like a dark blue slash kind of a faded black look to this if I was describing it. But like I said, the Brooklyn is going to be the second jean that we're going to take a look at, and that's going to get us into a waterproof option. So let's take a look at those right now. So we now come to the Brooklyn jeans, and the Brooklyn jeans are going to be the second pair of new jeans that we're seeing from Merlin for the 2018 spring riding season. Now, sizing on this is different than what we saw with the Blakes. So again, Joe stands at 5'11", weighs 170 pounds, typically is wearing his jeans between a 32 waist and a 32 length. With this one, he had to bump to a size 34 to get it to fit him in the waist. So just keep that in mind. You're going to want to size up one full size for the waist. The length on this is only available in the 32. However, the 32 fits a little bit longer in this. We see we've rolled the cuffs up on this one. So this actually, the 32 fits a bit more like a 34 length. So if you are shorter in the legs, just plan on having to cuff the bottom of this to get it to fit the way you'd want it to, but definitely want to size up one full size. Now, the waist measurement is between a 30 and a 40 that you have to choose from, and the construction on this is going to be an 11-ounce denim. Now, The main difference here is there's no stretch in that denim, and the Kevlar is not going to be in the jean itself. There's going to be an internal liner. And you can see the fit on this is a bit more of a loose fit, a little bit baggier, working its way through the thighs as well as down the legs. So it's not going to give you that tighter, slimmer fit the way that we saw with the Blakes. And the way that the liner works on this is there's an internal liner that's going to be full Kevlar. So you have full Kevlar lining throughout, as well as a RevZilla waterproof membrane. Now that liner, in addition to having all of your abrasion resistance in there, as well as your waterproof liner, is going to also be where the pocket sits for your knee armor. So the knee armor is going to be adjustable the same way. There will be a pocket for hip armor, and I did misspeak on the Blakes. The Blake, the armor isn't included. There's just a pocket for the hip armor if you want to add that. Both of them will, however, include the CE rated knee armor with the jeans. But my nitpick here is that in the warmer months of the year, wearing that waterproof Kevlar liner on the inside of this is going to be extremely hot. So you have to remove that to get any comfort out of it. And then the problem is if you remove that, you take all the protection out of it, and this just becomes a regular pair of jeans. So the one thing I will say from a seasonality standpoint, think fall, think spring into the colder months of the year. But if you live somewhere where it gets up into higher temperatures in the summer months, this is probably not going to be the pair of riding jeans you want to wear in the warmer months of the year. Now, from a style standpoint, it's still just that 5-pocket design. You don't have the little 5th pocket over on here, although it looks like you do. And then, like I said, you are going to have that CE-rated armor, and that is adjustable at the knee. The same way we talked about the adjustment on the Blakes, that'll be adjusted there as well. And go ahead and face sideways for me and kick that leg back. Thank you, Joe. Taking a look on this, just to see a side profile, like I said, hip pockets, but all that armor is going to be inside the liner. And then you will notice you do have a slightly more relaxed fit with this pair of jeans. And again, Route 1 is going to be how these are labeled because that is the in-house brand for Merlin. Joe, go ahead and face backwards. Now, you do have the full Kevlar lining, so on the Blakes, you just had the Kevlar at the seat, fully Kevlar lined with that liner all the way down the back, and you are going to have that 8-inch connection zipper if you want to match this with a Merlin riding shirt. Joe, you may face forward. So that is going to wrap up our look at Merlin riding jeans for 2018. Again, the Blake is more of your stretch, a little bit slimmer cut, and then the Brooklyn, a little bit more of a relaxed cut, and then you do have the option for that removable waterproof membrane with this. And that membrane simply zips out around the top, and then there's 2 snaps down at the bottom. But there's a lot of folks out there that are already utilizing Merlin riding jeans, and if you want to hear what they have to say, now would be the time to go ahead and click that info button on your desktop or mobile device, and you can read what other riders are saying about the Merlin jeans they're currently using. If you have more questions for one of our gear geeks as to which pair of riding jeans is right for you and your style of riding, you can always give them a shout at 877-792-9455 or simply shoot over an email to cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the new spring line of 2018 Merlin riding jeans. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.